In May 2015, the concrete and construction industry will be changed forever. Make a date with innovation. Make a date for African construction and totally concrete experts.
We have had this problem with collapsed buildings recently, the very serious one in Nigeria at the church where many people were killed, including South Africans. And we've had our own spate of collapses in South Africa in the last few years. And it's a complex topic because, you know, a building, whether it stands or collapses, is a complex interaction between materials, structural design, quality control during construction, the loads, and so on and so forth, and the construction process itself. But we need to distinguish between cement as a material and concrete, which comprises cement but also aggregates, water, and so on. Normally, if something goes wrong on site, the first recourse is, there's something wrong with the cement. That's the normal stock response that one gets. But the experience I have is that that's very seldom the case. In South Africa, we're fortunate that all of our cement is made to the EN spec. By reputable manufacturers, and occasionally the strengths do fluctuate, but they're always within the limits that are set within the standards. How it is used on site is another matter. And in that case, if the application on site is poor, if the quality control is missing or poor, and if the wrong mixture is used, or if it's used in the wrong way, or if the members that have been cast are depropped, or if the formwork is struck prematurely, then one can certainly get problems which relate to the nature of the construction, which includes, of course, the material, which is the concrete itself. So I think we need to distinguish between cement itself and concrete in which cement is used. And if something goes wrong on site, normally it can be traced back to the concrete itself, and very seldom, in my experience, can it be traced back directly to the quality of the cement, presuming the cement is made to an international standard and comes from a reputable supplier. There's this perception that that anyone can build a building, but which is not true. Building a decent building is a highly skilled operation, and owners need to realize that. Of course, we have many owners of infrastructure and buildings who are very responsible. But it's always those individual cases where things go wrong that capture the public attention, and unfortunately reflect badly on the industry as a whole, which in general tries to do a good job. There certainly are cases where people cut corners seriously, and then things can go seriously wrong. And in this kind of a game, the consequences of things going wrong is very often loss of life. In my view, it starts really at the top. The client ought to be requiring the best possible building that they can get for their money. But often they are the ones who are not prepared to, not in every case, but in some cases are not prepared to pay that little bit extra for quality control, that bit extra for professional supervision on site. And the consequences of a building going wrong, whether it's a full collapse or a partial collapse, which is very often disastrous, or even a building that doesn't work very well, that needs constant maintenance, that doesn't function particularly well. Those ongoing costs, or the immediate costs of a catastrophic event, far outweigh the costs of the extra costs of doing a decent job to start with.